expect it to be more of a textbook, this, and not being able to identify with each individual.
The first few classes, I'm like, okay.
When I first heard of TIP, I'm thinking TIP was gonna be like a math class, or reading, or some type of social studies. But it's really about yourself.
The TIP class, I learned a lot about my inner self. A lot of things that I didn't know. A lot of personal things that I didn't know.
Oh my God, I can't explain all the stuff that it done relieves me from,
Then it started getting interesting and more interesting. I'm checking the book out, reading the questions. I'm like, man, it's deep.
Well, give me a little bit of thoughts or feelings about how I should take things, how I should perform them, or even should anything happen if it was, or is a better way to think about it.
It's basically dealing with barriers and a success plan to get through the barriers. Almost everyone may have a barrier, but the whole purpose of the program is to learn the steps to get through to success, to get over them barriers or around those barriers.
I learned how to overcome obstacles.
It was a motivation for me to stay in the school and to look forward for something better.
And how to get to that goal that I was reaching for. I learned how not to let nothing stand in my way and put that one foot in front of the other and just keep going.
So if I'm having a bad day, I say I'm gonna tip today. Meaning I'm gonna try my best to do whatever I gotta do to get over these barriers. Call that tipping.
We gotta put our barriers on a red card, and then towards the end of the class, we gotta fill out 2 green cards with our hope, how we're gonna overcome the barriers.
It's kind of scary to and nervous to admit that you don't have any barriers, but if you let it out and you tell the people they can react and interact with you, I tend to get nervous when it comes to an interview and stuff like that. I used to, but but with more practice, I become more and more better at it also. So that's one of my barriers I have.
I have barriers like problems with family members.
And I'll say for the first 5-6 weeks, every week I had the same barrier, which was having a criminal background and being African American male.
I know I gotta get up. I'm tired, sleepy. It's a struggle getting out of bed. It's a struggle getting up early every day.
Getting through that weather. Cold days, I didn't want to feel like getting out the bed coming, but I tipped right on up in this class.
Then I started to realize that if every week I'm putting the same barrier, then this is not a barrier, because there's nothing I can change. I can't change having a criminal background, and I can't change, being an African American male.
My barrier was like to have self-confidence. That was one of my barriers. I didn't have it, but ever since I came here, but this program and then TIP, somehow it helped me to make more confidence on my skills and as a person. And now that I feeling like I could do everything, I could accomplish more a lot.
So, I figured out how to deal with it and going through the TIP program. And just last week I was offered a job with my background, and they solely went off of my experiences of working, because what I learned was I have to sell myself on who I am, not who I was, and what I can bring to a company, and judge me off of, who I am and who I will be, not off of who I was. So the more and more, I kick through those doors, try to kick down those barriers of overcoming that, I figured it out that my barrier isn't that I'm a felon, or my barrier isn't that I'm an African American male. My barrier is, how do I overcome that?
Dr. Hung started this class. We was like, what is this foreign man doing here? What can he teach us? But he opened up a whole new door.
I wasn't that much expressing my feeling towards the group because I was always close to myself, like my own circle. But Philip made it like a circle, like it's just us as a family, as a big group. And I was able to open up to my classmates.
We had a class where some people didn't even talk, but when we got that ball going around, they would share and they would identify their barriers.
Okay, I would say my favorite memory from tip class was just basically just like throwing the green ball around, like saying like what we like what our barriers are, like what we can, like what we will do to overcome our barriers, which are our strengths.
Then they start talking about it and releasing it, and that's what it's about. You know, it's like air that once you release it and bring some more in, you feel like better.
And a lot of things that was going on, personal issues that I would never talk to nobody, I talked about in that class. Things that I would never tell nobody, I opened up to myself in that class.
So yeah, it benefited me in a way. I go home now and then be close more to my parents, my siblings, and my friends. So it's a good vibe.
For so long, I used to feel that I never had purpose in life, and I think that's why I stayed in my addiction, because I wanted to harm myself unconsciously by doing drugs, being in gangs, going to prison. Because I felt that I used to say I don't have a purpose. I used to really wanted to just die.
Can you forgive yourself for anything? Is there anybody that you need to forgive and you haven't already forgiven?
And the questions in the booklet is some very relevant questions, because like the forgiveness. You could forgive other people, but sometimes you got to forgive yourself.
You can write a letter to them. You can write a letter in your heart.
And sometimes you gotta let yourself off the hook or let other people off the hook in order to really get a sense of freedom. If I keep my resentment, my shame, and guilt, if I keep holding on to it, it's just gonna overwhelm me. So in order to not look at what's in front of me, I do something else. Like I got addicted, I started doing crimes, I started being, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to look at what was in front of me. That's what forgiveness does. Now I'm able to do things and overcome things and achieve things and be like, yeah, I can do this.
My whole action, my action was like to retire and go sailing around the world with my family. That's one of my goals.
I had 2 daughters. One is to start to go to the university, and that means I need to get a better job, better position. We need more money.
My biggest hope actions that I, with myself, feel like I accomplished was getting up early in the morning, managing my time and money.
During the cold weather, I took the bus. A hope action, I got a car.
First stop is like getting a job, and then second, working my butt off there.
Tell me about that. How did that happen?
Well, come from smart and money. And it come from taxes.
Man upstairs, which is God, I know he believes in me, and he has faith in me. I have faith in him too, because no one can do anything like the man upstairs can.
My wife is giving me a lot of support.
The saying goes, if we just believe, there's no way we can ever fall, and I got it from Michael Jackson's song, but it's true.
The barriers or problem we have it, we can find solutions. No, there is a solution that is quick, no. Solution really to overcome. I keep on going straight, keep on going forward.
Oh, he always tell us how you tipping.
Oh, tipping? How am I tipping? That's a funny phrase.
How do you manage your stress and anger? How do I manage mine? At times, I talk to people. I talk to God. I talk to myself. I cry. I laugh. That's how I tip.
Think in place. Think of where you are, who you are, and put yourself where you can be, where you need to be, and place yourself where you want to be, where you're going to be.
You can always write that note to yourself to help you identify with what you're feeling on the inside. And we call that tipping.
I think of tip when you walk into a restaurant. You ask them where's their tip jar if they don't have that tip. And I'm like, hey, I want to give you that tip. Keep that tip. Get your tip jar. I'll make one. I'll bring one to you.
Turn the impossible to possible. Sound tipping.
And I just keep tipping and I tip right along until I reach what I want to do.